Diego Chargers and the Buffalo Bills. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
I know an injury knocked Melvin Gordon out of the last couple of games, so he missed his opportunity to get to 1,000 yards. But does the injury hurt more, or just the fact he didn't get that 1,000 yards?
Yeah, he was on pace for it, obviously. But coming into the season, people were saying this is going to be a good year for him, and we're going to see a bright Melvin Gordon in the future. We saw glimpses of it.
They restructured their offense in order to give him better opportunities, and he took advantage of it.
Scary. He's only 23, folks.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Do you get the sense, Brandon, that people are trying to retire Antonio Gates? They keep thinking this is almost the end of the line, and then he keeps making catches like the one we just saw there.
He's the old reliable, you're right, just one of 9 players in the NFL with 100 or more touchdowns. Now Gordon on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard...
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Danny Woodhead is intended target, and it's 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
On the return, it's Tate. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. On first down, it's Taylor. Left side here, caught by Clay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll give the Bills a first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
For McCoy this year, 5th time in his 8-year career that he's topped the 1,000-yard mark. Charles, first time he's done it with the Bills, though, finished with 1267.
And he's the type of player that you can build around. And what I mean by that is, as a runner, as a pass catcher, he does a little bit of everything, and he opens up the offense for everyone else around him, the complementary players. But he's a guy, heavy-duty ball carrier, and also get him in space, and he can break people down. And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Now Taylor, he's got time in the pocket. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down deep into San Diego territory.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost, And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. We've got a 3rd and 11.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Dan Carpenter now for the Bills' field goal. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And Carpenter knocks it through, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
The Bills getting set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker, nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 67 yards. And the Bills have retaken the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Benjamin with it over the middle. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Tate. 12 yards on the return that time, and out will come the offense as they take over. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. To throw is Taylor, and that is incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, and now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, the Bills call on the punt unit, and Colton Schmidt. Travis Benjamin, deep for San Diego. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Going underneath for Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills? And it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. All right, it's gear shift time. NFC Championship preview with Charles Davis. Atlanta, the surprise team. What a year they've had. Can they win another one? They are at home. Can they beat Green Bay?
They certainly can because they have every possible weapon on offense. They can run it, They can throw it. The tight end is a factor. And their quarterback playing as well as any quarterback in the league, and Matt Ryan, possibly the MVP of 2016. But flip it over to Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, as locked in as he is, he can beat anyone almost by himself, and the rest of the Packers feel the exact same way. I think we've got a classic on our hands. Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Caught by Gates, left side. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And there goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Melvin Gordon, 82 yards. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's Rivers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin from 13 yards out. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Bills' offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, it was actually Robert Woods, Charles, who wound up the Bills' leading receiver in 2016, at least yardage-wise, 613. Now, Sammy Watkins not being out there, that hurt Tyrod Taylor and company.
It certainly did, because we know Sammy Watkins is the #1 target, the primary guy, and opens things up for other people. But Robert Woods has a great mental focus about what his job is. At USC, he was the #1 receiver. Then Marquise Lee came in. He became a #2. In the NFL, supposed to be a #2. But without Sammy Watkins, assumed the role of being the #1 guy and did it to the best of his ability.
That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker, because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything, because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys work against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. Fourth down. Here's Taylor. Surveying the field. And got a man. It's Woods. That'll be a gain of 16. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Fresh set of downs here. Watkins alone on the left side. Now Taylor on first down. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know the object for us when we call games is to be neutral, but I have to tell you, I am rooting so hard for Sammy Watkins to have an injury-free next season, just to see everything that he can do and give himself the best opportunity so that we can see it.
Yeah, over the last 2 years, he's missed 11 games. It's tough. The one bright spot for him, though, is Clemson Tigers did win the national championship.
Yeah, I think that's going to give him a little bit of comfort, but what he wants more than anything, a healed foot and a chance to be the #1 receiver he was drafted to be.
And Buffalo wants that, too. Here's the Bills' kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan, and there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
On second down, Rivers again. It's complete right side to Benjamin. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now Rivers, open man, it's Allen. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. To throw, Rivers. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here come the Bills. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure.
They've got his man complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Watkins alone on the left side.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Woods, as the first half is winding down. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. And he knocks it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've reached halftime in a what? Jeez, I don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, 3rd quarter, let's get to it. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Let's go.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Taylor with a draw to McCoy. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd down, Taylor finding time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Legion coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, You're really almost discrediting their work.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Travis Benjamin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead. And
now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center that knows, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Give him 11 on the gain there, and the Bills are going to have a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll come out in the pistol. Play clock winding down. Taylor will throw. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. Dan Carpenter now for the Bills field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll bring him back within a point. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
One man in the backfield is Gordon. And he'll get it up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Here we go.
On third down, Rivers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The defensive tackle Kyle Williams there for the stop. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. 14 yards there on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They give him 12 yards and a first down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them. Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Back now here in Santa Clara. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. From the gun, Rivers. And Allen's got it. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough. Now
they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, It worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Taylor hit. He lost the football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. On the return, it's Brandon Tate. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an
and that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 40 yards. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Watkins alone on the left side. Time running out here on the play clock. Now it's Taylor. He's going to let it go again. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. Now, on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
This is complete to Watkins on the slant. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
He's got time. This is caught. Watkins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Deep in the red zone. This was 4-down territory from the start. And here, they won't wind up with a touchdown, but they do get a great consolation prize as they convert and pick up a 1st down inside the 5.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs up.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Mike Gillisley from 6 yards away. And the Bills cut into that lead. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Johnson with a completion over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blow.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Room here to run. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. A kneel down here from Rivers, and that should be it. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.